Today we're going to be talking all about the Copenhagen 2024 major, what happened, what it means, and what to do with all this information and all these potential investments and the markets in general going forward. The Copenhagen 2024 major just ended about an hour ago. Like, this thing's literally just getting over as I'm recording this video. And overall, I think it was a smash hit success. I think there was obviously some issues talking about like the Jame crash and stuff like that. But overall, I think things went pretty well, especially for the first ever CS2 major. I think people are excited. The community is excited. And I think the future is overall bright. So there's a lot of things to be excited about. And we're going to go over some of those and what they mean in this video today. But first, of course, let me plug my cash trading business. If you are looking to turn any of your CS2 items into cold hard cash or crypto or any other payment method, definitely hit me up over on Twitter. It's going to be the first link in the description below. We're trying to buy pretty much anything and everything. You know, if you guys have something to sell, we can probably get you an offer, probably get you a deal. We can probably work something out. Maybe you need IRL cash for something that's going on. Maybe you just want to switch up your inventory, buy some new investments, whatever. Again, cashing out can be scary, intimidating, whatever. We can help you do it safe, quickly, and efficiently. And of course, by selling to me, you're helping support me, my channel, and my content. Here's some recent items that I bought, you know, stuff like an Asimov or Vice gloves or a Nomad knife vanilla, whatever, anything and everything we can work out. So hit me up. And that being said, let's get right into this. So tons of people are obviously throwing out their hot takes, their thoughts and opinions on the major. Again, it seems like the overall community sentiment is pretty positive. Osni tweeted this out. He said, "This was really one of the best CS majors in history and one of the best playoffs I can remember, with so many insane and close games." Again, I think overall it shows the state of CS2, that CS2 is in a pretty good state, that teams can have competitive, close matches, good games, stuff like that. Maybe that's even a highlight and success of MR12 that we're getting, close and competitive games and matchup and series. I know there's been some talk that people want economy changes for MR12. I think that's warranted. There's been some talk that people want, best of 5 finals or more best of 3s or more best of 5s overall for these CS2 majors and stuff like that, especially with MR12. Maybe we'll get some more of that in the future. He also talks about, how he's happy to share these moments and make content here. Counter-Strike remains king. And I think that is a big takeaway from this whole thing. Of course, spoiler alert, whatever, Navi did end up winning this tournament, which is just a crazy kind of situation going on, because obviously they won this tournament without even having Simple, played like one or a couple matches or whatever with Falcons. Those didn't go so well, but that was like a loan, where Simple's now set to be returning to Navi, or set to be returning to competitive play. What is Navi going to do? They currently have the best team in the world. They currently just won a major. Who are they going to replace? Are they going to replace anyone? You have the GOAT of CSGO, who hasn't showed great form in CS2 just yet, has been kind of uninspired and lacked motivation and had to step away from the game or whatever. Now you've won a major. Like, hey, what are you going to do? This is going to be some drama. This is going to be weird. This is going to be whatever. But I thought this tweet was funny as well. He said they gifted them disc plates. So you can see, obviously, they have like the trophy and stuff, and then they have like these little like posters and stuff that came with it. I don't know. Navi's in a interesting spot now, and it's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do, where Simple ends up, what Simple decides to do, all of that. But one of the big takeaways, I think, from this whole thing was the viewership of the PGL major Copenhagen 2024. Again, the RMR viewership was the highest RMR viewership we have ever had. So that got me hyped up and excited. That got me thinking, hey, what was the Copenhagen viewership going to look like? And obviously, that's a great sign for things going forward in the future, because all the things are pretty connected. Esports success is connected to the success of the game, is connected to the success of the markets. And the market's doing well is going to make people more interested in the competitive scene and more interested in the game. The game being good and more fun to play is going to make people more interested in the markets and more interested in kind of watching the esports and all these things. They're all connected. They all definitely impact each other. And so PGL Major 2024 Copenhagen having good viewership was going to be important. And man, this thing had some good viewership, and we definitely showed growth in some important and key aspects. Now, these are not the final statistics just yet, because people did share screenshots of the final having 1.5 million viewers just on Twitch. And people are saying, hey, if the stuff had 1.5 million just on Twitch, then we're going to be breaking 2 million, especially when you throw in the co-streams and all the different streams and the languages and all that stuff. But right now, the rough estimate and the low-end estimate is 1.8 million for the finals between Navi and FaZe. And again, I think a lot of people expect or are projecting that this will end up breaking 2 million as the peak viewership, which is very, very exciting. We also had multiple matches above 1 million, even a quarterfinals match, Team Spirit versus FaZe. And again, the viewership of this thing overall got hurt by Team Spirit only playing one match in the kind of knockout round. If Team Spirit would have made it further, this thing could have had even better viewership. They were one of the most popular teams at this event for sure, especially with the rise of Donk and people wanting to watch him. But G2 Navi was very popular, and obviously Navi FaZe was very, very popular in the finals. We can see here average viewership was 551. And the very, very exciting thing here is the growth that we saw from Paris, the growth that we've seen from the end of CSGO into the beginning of CS2. For Paris, we had average viewership at 507,000, and yes, we had a good viewership for the final between Vitality and Gamer Legion, but other than that, none of these other matches broke a million, and again, not only is the finals showing growth over Paris, we had multiple matches over a million, and again, average viewership up like 10% from Paris as well, which is very, very interesting and very, very exciting, and the hours watched is also very close, considering, again, there was like 16 more hours of runtime in Paris compared to Copenhagen. Now, again, we still have not eclipsed the peaks of Stockholm, where we saw closer to 600,000 average viewership and a 2.7 million peak. But you do have to keep in mind that there was some artificial inflation going on here because 2021 was peak COVID times. People were locked in, which is, I don't know, it makes me laugh stupid. People were locked in, but also viewership for a lot of online stuff increased and peaked at this time, and it's going to take slow, long-term organic growth to eventually catch up to these numbers. Again, people were forced inside. People were forced to be doing stuff online. Now the world is open. People are going out and about, whatever. But still, the fact that we are seeing growth from Paris to Copenhagen, I think, is a very, very good sign. Now, some of the interesting things we saw investment-wise from the end of Copenhagen, which are kind of funny or whatever to keep an eye out on, is after Team Spirit got eliminated, we saw the Donk Hollow drop down from $53 down to $21, which is very, very crazy. This thing saw a steep decline. I think a lot of people were trying to ride the Donk hype train a little bit longer and a little bit further, and were maybe going to try and cash out or sell out if Team Spirit and Donk made a long run, because obviously they were expected to make it further than they did. But it'll be interesting to see how this sticker shapes out, if it ends up being a good investment or whatever. Again, I think in the short term, probably not. The sticker sale's right around the corner, whatever. I think we're going to see sticker prices drop overall. I think that would make sense. So I definitely wouldn't be buying into this now, but I could see Donk, especially his first sticker, his first autograph, if he ends up having a big career, this could be a good investment in the long run. But I do think no matter what, Copenhagen's probably going to have pretty big supplies. Not as big as Paris, but I think it's going to have pretty big supplies. And I do think that it's going to take time to see any kind of price appreciation in a lot of Copenhagen stuff. So am I knocking down the door to invest in Donk stuff? No, but I do see how Donk stuff could, have a future in it. Some other things that we saw is obviously Navi, as they won this tournament, their stuff started to explode. This sticker went from $5.11 up to $8.99. It did go down to $7.74, but now it's sitting around $8.37. We've seen about 30% growth. But even from this point, we've seen like 40% growth just from them winning the tournament, which is a little bit ridiculous, a little bit absurd. And again, if you have Navi stuff and you made 10, 20, 30, 40% gains with this, I would definitely be selling out. I would be trying to cash my gains because, again, when that sticker sale starts and just over time, if Copenhagen stuff does end up being oversaturated, these prices are going to drop and these prices are going to fall, and I'll show you that stuff in a second. Same thing with the Navi players. Navi players have even been more volatile. We have Alex Sieb here, who went from $1.47 up to $3.24. He's seen 80% gains. Again, if you have one of these stickers, maybe you opened up in a capsule, maybe you bought it because you thought Navi was going to win, you wanted to make a quick flip or whatever, I would definitely be selling out of this stuff. I would definitely be cashing out with those gains, because here's what happened with Vitality stuff. They were the winners of the Paris Major, obviously, and you can see here, Vitality stuff had a similar spike. These things went absolutely crazy, and then they crashed down, and now they're down 91%, and even more so from these big peaks. And then again, same thing with the Vitality players. Zaiwu, he saw this insane peak, this insane run-up, this insane spike during the Paris Major, and it's crashed down, has not held on to those. So, again, these are not long-term price spikes that we're going to see. These things are not going to hold. They will likely fall back down. Another thing, again, we have the Champions capsules that are probably going to be coming out. Here is what Champion capsules have done historically. This is from Antwerp. I could have included Paris, but Paris obviously is kind of its own animal, its own beast. We see here that the Champions capsule has performed in line with the Legends autograph capsule, but has done worse than the Contenders autograph and Challengers autograph. If you throw in the other capsules, again, Champions stuff does not perform as good as team autograph capsules or other autograph or team hollow, team sticker capsules, or other autograph capsules. So again, the Champions autograph capsule is going to be coming out for Navi probably within the next week or so, but it doesn't seem to be a good investment. I wouldn't recommend investing in it or whatever, but obviously it will be a cool new item we can expect coming to the game. But again, that doesn't mean there's necessarily any money to be made there. Some other stuff that we do have to talk about is the player base kind of keeps increasing. Again, the esports viewership is increasing and doing well. The game player base is increasing and doing well. We've seen a 12% gain in the past 30 days. And it seems like all things are pointing up. All things are doing well for CS2, and again, that's good for the markets as a whole. If the player base is increasing, esports viewership is increasing, and the game continues to get good updates, the markets will increase. you'll be able to make some money. Again, not every item's going to necessarily go up, but if your money's in the right spots, there will be opportunities for money to be made. So I think that is very, very exciting. And then, of course, the last thing we need to talk about is when the sticker sale will be happening for Copenhagen. Again, if you are interested in investing in Copenhagen, the times are going to be after the sticker sale starts and after the sticker sale ends, because that's when we'll actually know what the supplies and quantities and numbers and everything for Copenhagen are looking like. Again, the Paris major sale, this thing started on June 23rd, which I believe was like a month after. Paris was from May 8th to May 21st. Sticker sale started on June 23rd. So again, the month after this would be looking at like April 31st, April 30th, April 1st, April 2nd, somewhere in there. The Copenhagen sale could be starting, so keep an eye out for that time. But also keep in mind the Paris sale started on June 23rd and ended like October 6th or something like that. So that was like a close to 3.5, 4 month sale. So you're not in a hurry, you're not in a rush. And the Copenhagen sale could take just as long, because I believe the Shanghai major is not until December, so we have plenty of time for the sale to take a long time, and for sales of Copenhagen stuff to run up. So again, I'm probably not going to be investing in Copenhagen stuff, but if you are interested in it, again, the sticker sale is probably about a month away, so you have plenty of time to start saving up some money, and it's going to last months after that. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.